YouTube faithful, welcome to Captain Crush's YouTube channel. Smash the like, hit subscribe if you're new, and if you don't know what day of the week it is, it's Wacky Wednesday. Some may call it Wild Card Wednesday, but the fact is it's 2 days until Flex Friday, where the welfare tickets become a thing. Captain Crush will be here on that day too. Monday through Friday, I'm going to be right here in the mix. So set notifications and do everything you're supposed to do like all the YouTube content creators tell you. Now, I'm trying to get this video done quick. It's early. I've been getting the last 2 videos out at 5. It is what it is, but I will say this. Yesterday's play of the day, Mr. Sensabaugh, Bryce, cashed it all, baby. Alt line, real line, higher demon line, cash it all. Soul read on the Utah Jazz, because that is the difference between Captain Crush and the random Joe Schmo on Twitter or YouTube or whatever have you that's just going to give you a recycled popular play. No, Captain Crush is an expert at finding hidden gems in the dumpster fire we call the PrizePicks slate. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Cash the play of the day. So comment guy that was telling me that Bryce is hot garbage, whatever it is you said, fella, he made me over $300 yesterday, and I got the proof to prove it and back it up. So if that's hot garbage, consider Captain Crush trash, because I am in that mix. Now let's get started. We got a couple of games today, boys and girls. We got a couple of games, but the fact of the matter is this. There's only a couple that have close spreads, and the close spread games just so happen to be poverty teams, baby. Which is going to make that live stream critical, because the live stream will be late tonight before these late 3 games, okay? I should say 4 games. Now here's the thing. Here's the rub of it all. Lakers back-to-back, Wizards back-to-back. This game could be good if it stays close. Yesterday, everybody thought Milwaukee was going to blow out the Wizards. No, the Wizards, they find their beat. They got it done, but the fact is Denny Avija hooked Captain Crush out of a crispy 25X. But I will never complain about my 2X. My name's not Neek now. But Jordan Poole did sell those attempts. He hit his fantasy score. He hit his RA. He cashed his alt line PRA, but he sold the attempts. What are you going to do? But fellas, ladies and gentlemen, Giannis dunks cash. Davis dunks cash. Gobert's dunks cash. Green's 3-point attempts cash. The Big Ragu's attempts cash. And Russell's attempts cash. And Austin Reeves, baby, over half an offensive rebound cash. When it came to the lottery props yesterday, Captain Crush put on a master class, second to none, and I don't care what anybody says, it was in fact a master class. Now look at this Pacers-Nets game. This is a rematch of what we just witnessed, the blowout when Cam Thomas was the almost second doubleheader play of the day, right? He sold, right? No, he didn't play the fourth quarter. If your guy doesn't play minutes because of the coach's decision or a blowout, that is not a sell job. Know your roles and understand the terminology. You guys need to get on Captain Crush's page real quick. A sell job is when they play 34 plus minutes and don't get it done. That is selling. If somebody only plays 29 minutes, how can you possibly say he's sold? I.e. Austin Reeves yesterday when he only got 10 instead of 11 and he hooked his R plus A. But if you would have listened to Captain Crush, you would have had over half an offensive rebound, because truth be told, if we would have went right here to the projection sheet, you can see Reeves 4 rebounds, 5 assists. That totals to 9.5, call it 10, and he wouldn't have covered. We would have known we shouldn't have been anywhere near it. Just like Jesus Luzardo yesterday, sketch. Sometimes it's always the data. Other times it's not. But usually it's going to be the data. So I got a couple of things to talk about. I'm going to try to get out of here quick. Now let's move. I like this Cade Cunningham, DeJounte Murray combo. If the coach in Monty says, you know what? My Pistons got nothing to play for. The season's over. Let's try to get some momentum into the summer league and see if we can get a dub here and there. Maybe he lets Cade play. He is questionable with that knee injury, injury management, whatever. But again, it's the end of the season. Their season's over. Maybe he gets to play tonight and goes hard. I would think, we've all played ball in high school and college, right? Most of the people betting these sports. You know what? Scratch that. Most of the people of you guys watching there at home on the couch, you haven't played a day of ball in your life, and that's why you're clueless when it comes to it. But if you did, for those of you that did play ball in high school or college, you know what I'm talking about. When you know your season's getting ready to be over, you play hard as you can, because you don't know when you're going to get on that court again. Anything can happen. You always play hard. Maybe we get that with Cade Cade tonight, and I know the Hawks are trying to make a push. They're trying to make the play in and get in the mix, so you can have Cade and Murray over 49.5 points combo. If you don't want to take that for Murray, I will show you the other proposition that's always in the mix for him, and it's none other than his rebounds at 5, which is going to give you crispy push equity, or you can go down here to hold reliable, baby. Bang! Over half an offensive rebound. Captain Crush usually gets this one right. I haven't checked to see what he's projected for yet today. I'm going out on a limb. Pause. Let me go check. Bang! Let's go, Chad. He's projected for 1, so let's get it in the mix. You got to have at least 1. I wouldn't go heavy on it because these are lottery tickets, but at least 1 to 2 slips. Same thing with this. This is old reliable for Captain Crush now. He sold the last game versus Chicago. I don't care if he sold every game. 8.5. I just paid 9.5. At 8.5, Captain Crush, he's going to take a shot. Okay, I'm going to take a shot. Lately, I've been trying to get these lottery props. I know you D-gens like them. They're fun. I get a lot of good feedback on them. So I'm getting in the mix with you guys. Captain Crush is always a man of the people, baby. So those two, you can consider. I gave you my rub on Murray and Cade. If you want to just take Cade's points straight up, I don't hate that either. Maybe if they had field goal attempts for Cade, that would be in the mix. All right, next, we got Trey Murphy, and I know he's going to be popular. The reason I'm looking at Murphy, is because Murphy's Law. I'm just kidding. But the fact is that game is a decent spread. It's close. Both of these teams play at a slow pace, unfortunately, but the spread's somewhat decent. But this point total is hot garbage. So we're going to have to figure out what to do. And I just went ahead and took Trey Murphy's 22.5 PRA because as the season's coming to a close, they're trying to get in playoff mode. They're trying to click. They've been playing all right, except for when they just got beat. And I mean beat by the Phoenix Suns, who are their own dumpster fire. They've been playing all right. And everyone in America is going to be on this proposition right here, 5.5 rebounds. And it's not the worst prop to take, but I just want to get exposure to all of it. So I will likely have his PRA or just his points, rebounds, and even his fantasy score for the fantasy score people, because I think that 22.5 PRA is going to get bumped. If it does, don't be afraid to go to his fantasy score. And being that I'm the dunk king, did I not prove it yesterday to you folks with a freaking clean sweep except for Wemby? By the way, Wemby had a dunk in the final minutes and he literally missed, or it was cashing, and then he dunked it at the buzzer. So that should have been a cash right then and there, but all the other dunk props I gave out, they smashed. 4 out of 5 ain't bad, fella. So maybe Murray gets a steal and goes coast to coast and gets that dunk. It happens often. He does it a lot. He only needs 1 now. So maybe you put that in. Again, these are 1 to 2 slips max when you do those lottery tickets. I don't want to see those being anchors unless Captain Crush tells you otherwise. Like yesterday, Giannis's dunks, I did have that anchored because it was just a smash play. 2.5 dunks against that poverty team with no true big. It's in the mix. And what did Giannis do? He put on a show, baby. He put on a show. I think he had 5 dunks. It was sweat free. Sweat free, baby. So I gave you my rub and my thoughts on Murphy. Now, you can see these two D-gens are left in the mix, right? Banton at 7 3-points attempted and Russell. Now, that Hornets-Blazers game couldn't be more of a poverty situation, okay? Neither of those teams have... Look at these records. 19 and 56, 18 and 57. It looks like Lewis, a.k.a. Joel Embiid's dating life, okay? 19 W's, 56 L's. I'm telling you right now, that's crazy. But the fact is, look at the spread. 1.5, it's crispy. So we got to consider it. Everybody's on Brandon Miller today because of the injury news on the Hornets, yada, yada. Is Captain Crush going to Brandon Miller? Probably not. I missed the boat. It already got bumped up by like 4. I ain't chasing that bump, and I dang sure ain't chasing Brandon Miller. But I had Banton last night at 28.5 PRA. Crispy, right? Yeah, maybe. Maybe he sells, maybe he doesn't. But I do like this crispy push equity. Usually when he shoots, he's chucking up threes anyways. And if he lands on 7, he can't beat me. At worst, it can push. So he's in the mix. Next, D'Angelo Russell. I took him yesterday at 7.5 or 8. I can't remember. I think it was 8 because he had push equity. He's in an elite matchup today, just like he was yesterday. He's at 8.5 again. All he likes to do is chuck them 3-pointers, baby. 14, 11, 6, 9, 12. I will take a shot. It's not a lock. It's going to be a sweat. Anytime you do these things like Jordan Poole yesterday, he should have been a free square with those 7 or 8 attempts. He only got 6 up because he decided to facilitate the offense. But I will tell you this right now, Kuzma's back into the mix, so you can go right back to Jordan 3-point pool, 7 3-point attempted. Remember, we took it at 8. You best believe Captain Crush likes it at 7. And you get that crispy push equity. Absolutely. So these would be the ones if you're looking for 3-point attempts, the lottery ticket, the scratch off, bang. That's a 4-man you could take right there, okay? Now remember, my favorite, Banton, then Russell, then Murray, then Poole. 1 to 2 slips max, people. Do not get carried away. I'm begging you. Those cannot be something you get carried away with. And then we got Kuzma, over 2.5 turnovers. This will be the final lottery prop that I tell you guys to take. Listen, Captain Crush is a man of rules. He's a man of principle. He's a man of dignity and character. And I have rules. You can ask my cord. There's rules. And whenever Kuzma is at 2.5 turnovers, I don't care. You may say, Crush, he's playing the Lakers. He's going to play hard. He used to play. I don't care. 2.5 turnovers for Kuzma. I just take it. You wake up in the morning, you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth. Captain Crush takes Kyle Kuzma over 2.5 turnovers. You don't like it, you don't hate it, but you got to deal with it and you got to put it in the mix. At least 1 or 2 slips. Now, comment guy, I know what you're saying. Man, this guy's all over the place. He's telling us to take everything. Brother, I'm not here to spoon feed you. I'm here to get your feet fired and get you thinking about the slate. You want to get spoon feed and whatnot? You can join my cord and I'll give you the slips and the prop list presently right there for you. You even get in the live stream that Captain Crush provides. But for the YouTube faithful, it's trying to give you guys an idea of what to do and how to think about the slate, okay? And on a day like today when most of the spreads are blowouts and it's late NBA, it's difficult, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could come on this YouTube and just regurgitate what every other content creator said, every other clown on Twitter said, and give that to you. Is that what you want Captain Crush to do? Is that what you want? It doesn't matter what you want because Captain Crush knows what you want. Captain Crush knows what you need, and I give you what you need Monday through Friday, Papa. I'm begging you to hop on board. I'm begging you to get on my page. Now, like I was saying, if that Pacers game stays close, just like I said last time, that game could feed families. You got Halliburton in the mix. You got Siakam in the mix. You got my boy Cam Thomas in the mix. What are we going to do? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, fella. Captain Crush, he's going to wait for Trendon Watford to come on there, open at 9.5 to 10 points. The books are scared. They're scared of Captain Crush. They're fearful because they know I'm going to attack it. And when he's on the board, Captain Crush will be attacking it. I will find this guy, Trendon Watford. I will find a prop, and hopefully it happens by the live stream, boys, and we will find it. As of now, there ain't no play of the day, boys and girls. There ain't nothing. I don't know what that thumbnail's going to be. And yesterday, Giddey wasn't the play of the day. The only reason I put him as the thumbnail was because of what was in the text, which is this the move? I genuinely was curious if we should have exposure to Giddey. I did. He didn't play a bunch of minutes. I don't know what happened there. I ended up getting on Chet and off Giddey by the time lock rolled around, which is why it's crucial you are in the live stream so you can stay plugged in. Anyhow, the late night hammer we have tonight could be good. Phoenix needs to win games. The Cavs want to win games. Yo, Donnie's coming back into the mix, but look at this. Yo, Donnie's a 36.5 fantasy score. I'm telling you, if Donnie decides to show up and have a big game, he's going to obliterate that fantasy score. I'm not sure if he's going to be on a restriction or not. If he's not limited, I don't care. I'm taking a shot. If he has no minutes restriction, I'm taking a shot. You can't stop me. Right now, my favorite is probably either Jarrett Allen or Mobley fantasy. I'll have exposure to either one of those. And like always, I called my shot with the Devin Booker blow-up game last game. Bang! 69 fantasy score, because whenever you're targeting these guys, they can always go off. That's just how it is. They're studs, right? But I'll probably just take none of their fantasy scores. Maybe Nurkic's first half PRA, because that's my wagon. And then as far as Bradley Beal is concerned, Captain Crush is going to go right over here to Old Faithful, baby. Old Reliable. The SpongeBob meme. Old Reliable. Bradley Beal, 10.5 rebounds plus assists. I'm going there. If he sells me, he sells me. I might take an alternate line if I can find it on Sleeper, who now does alternate lines, baby. I may just take his rebounds at 4 for that crispy push equity. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see in the live stream. Maybe Captain Crush gets froggy and goes over here to 6 assists. I bet you I can find his assist line at 5.5, and if I can, I'm taking it. I'll be somewhere in the mix on there. I promise you that. I'll have a 1v1 optimal for the late night hammer. I promise you. And then good old KD. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with KD yet, or Devin Booker. You'll have to wait for the live stream. Now, since this tube started, it's not all doom and gloom. They had Donnie at 5 assists. Now they ruled him down to 4.5, and now I will have exposure. It's just too low. I don't care. At 4.5 assists, Donnie only needs 5 dimes. I'm going to take my shot. I will go over here to Outlier Bet and see how many potential assists he has. I know it's going to be over 8. There it is. 10.3 potential assists per game, fella. And he only needs 5. So 50%. I will literally take this. He's exceeded 4.5 in 13 of his last 16. In fact, this might be the play of the day. Look at the assist stats to point guards. They're 21st and they're 26th against shooting guards. Donnie is a hybrid 1 and 2 there, so I'm going to take this, and he probably will be the thumbnail since it opened at 5. Now it's down to 4.5. I'm going to get in the mix. I'll have to check the model before I make the thumbnail, but he is 100% in the mix at 4.5. Hopefully he doesn't have any restrictions tonight. Now I'm going to wrap this up because I wanted it to be a quick video, and I'm going to go back and talk about Cam Thomas real quick. Now remember, I told you guys if this game stays close, it could feed families, and I stand by that. But remember, they just got blown out of the gym, but we can't be too recency bias, results oriented. We can see here Cam Thomas's assist, how much he's done. 7 of the last 10, 13 of 20 at 4 assists. It does have push equity. It's a bad matchup as far as assists allowed. We know that, right? But look at his potential assists. He's averaging 6.5 on average, which isn't a big number, to be honest with you. 6.5, and he needs 4, and he needs 5 to cash. So I do like the fact that it has push equity, but honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Cam Thomas, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I know that the blowout is a real thing. I just saw it, and he sold everything. But I do think at 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists, I can't remember if I got this last night at 31, but if he does play 34 minutes tonight, I don't see how he doesn't get this in 34 minutes. I don't know. You're going to have to make that decision, guys. I really don't know what to do there. I wish I had the magic answer, but I don't. Okay, I'll tell you this right now. Anthony Davis at 16.5 R plus A. I'm probably going to have to be considering that. I usually get it at 17. AD should be able to have his way in the paint just like Giannis did yesterday. Same matchup, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to talk about that in the live stream. Again, I'm just trying to give you guys ideas because I know how tough these slates are, okay, when these blowout spreads are a real deal. I will have some exposure to Luke Kennard. Either his points, the last 5's not showing to show you guys, but I took him at 10.5 points the other day. I'm pretty sure he soared over. I can't exactly remember, but 11.5 points against Milwaukee. I think it's good. And then I told you guys Pat Beverly under 10.5 points yesterday. He did get ejected, but if they put him up there again at 10.5 points, I'm taking under. Again, you can bet your bottom dollar. And then if you're just looking for studs and stuff, this is how I would do it. Notice they don't have an Anthony Davis straight rebound prop. They have his offensive rebounds, a goblin, and defensive rebounds. So I would take Giannis's rebounds or his R plus A or maybe even his PRA. But again, that spread is ridiculous. Memphis is either going to come out and beat him again or they're going to lay down and get shelled. And then you have AD's R plus A or his 10.5 defensive rebounds. Since they're being stingy and not giving us a normal prop line, I think all of these have to be considered. Now, Giannis may move down to 13 because that's a high number, but I think AD is going to stay at 16.5. And I think you could have exposure to either one of those two bigs if you're looking to target some studs tonight. If you're trying to have a good time, baby, and you want to target some studs, Captain Crush says, bang, go have your way with those studs. Pause! Nope, we're good here. We're good. We're resuming. So, like I said, I pretty much gave my thoughts. I have a lot more thoughts, but I'm going to have it on the live stream. And real quick, I want to give a recap of yesterday. Like I was saying, the Nagasaki-Hiroshima day is coming. They can't keep Captain Crush down for long, but it was still a good day. Grady says, finally building up to some bigger wins. Love to see it, brother. He got the dunks. He got my play of the day. He got my daily double of the day with the GOAT. I love it. I love to see people mixing and matching. Gold Locks holding it down with the soccer propositions. Green Bars tailing everybody. Iceberg tailing. No Powers is tailing. The dunk prop 2-man that Captain Crush gave out. Davis and Giannis cash it. A lot of green beans, fellas. A lot of green beans. Where's Captain Crush's? Well, I'm begging you. Dilly showing the daily double. Bang. Taco, LeBron's Gabi. Daily double. Easy 1.9x. All right. Now here's me. A little bit of me. 2x. Look at this. This should have been 25x. This should have been 25x. This should have been 10x. Remember, pool sold all of these, baby, but I'll take the 2x. This was a 10x, or actually a 5x. Another 5x made on live stream, and then back to square one. But that's just not even it. Where am I? I'm way up here. Here I am. Here's Captain Crush. Like I said, Hiroshima's coming. This could have been 10x. This did hit. This hit. Both of these were given on live stream. That could have been 25x. Nikola Jovic, he decided not to play the entire fourth quarter. Coach Spoelstra said no. Captain Crush denied 25x. Another one, Captain Crush. I had Garland's assist everywhere. He cashed, but in a few of them, I put his fantasy score, and I made a mistake because I wanted split exposure. But you notice something about Captain Crush's slips? Bryce was my anchor, my play of the day. When it's my play of the day, Captain Crush anchors it down, baby. Another one, Curry just didn't show up in the fourth quarter. That should have been cash. This did cash. I gave this out as a two-man pre-lock in the live stream. Posted, baby. Another one that I gave out in the live stream. And then the hook of hell, Denny Avija, 13.5 RA, another shot at 25x. I'm telling you, I was so close to a 25x crazy show, people. I really was. This hit with the dunks that I posted, and then back to square one. I'm trying to see if I can find my big one, and then I'm going to get out of here. A lot of people were able to get W's. My prop list basically swept the overnight except for one. Here it is right here. Play of the day, baby. Play of the day with the taco. Captain Crush gets to bet 100 on the tacos. 100 to win 300. Bang. Cash it. And the final proof for those of you questioning Captain Crush, bang. Play of the day yesterday. Bryce Sensenbaugh, 18.5 PRA. Then I told you guys to get on the fantasy score. And then here we go. DiVincenzo cash, Butler cash, Avija hook, Jovic over half a steal cash, Van Vliet cash, Green cash, Beverly cash, almost a full sweep. The fact of the matter is we're doing it big here, guys. Get in the mix. CaptainCrush.net gold package. You get access to all that, the community, the Discord, my live streams, my role members, all of it. You name it, it's there. But most importantly, you get access to Captain Crush, and I will help you and lift you out of poverty one day at a time. So I will leave you with this. I think if you're not going to target any Murray today, you might have to go look at Bogdan Bogdanovic. He's been bogey free lately, and he's been literally carrying the Hawks on his back, trying to make a late push. I think you got to consider it. It's usually around 32, 33. The matchup is cake. They might blow them out, but at 31.5, I think you got to consider it. Folks, thank you for tuning in. Smash the like button. I appreciate each and every one of you as always. I look forward to Flex Friday, baby, where we're going to take the welfare tickets and cash them in. But first, we got to deal with Wacky Wednesday and Turbulent Thursday, but we will get there. I give you guys the big salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.